Good afternoon, I'm Daniel Miller and this is DRBMiller introducing Star Wars Squadrons. A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, viewers, participants and community members worldwide on various platforms. Thank you for joining our broadcast, thank you for supporting this channel and our community. Today, as indicated in the weekend, we are looking at Star Wars Squadrons. The game is available free of charge this weekend through Xbox free day services. So if you are a subscriber to the Ultimate, you are able to download and try the game with ease, and obviously I recommend everyone to do exactly what I've been doing, indicating that the game is definitely a wonderful addition to the Star Wars franchise, and as you probably know, it is also following the story of well, it's basically an add-on to a Return of the Jedi, and as you will see, there are lots of different battles, air battles to be had here within this wonderful game. I'll tell you first of all a bit more about the game itself, and a few facts and figures on the day it's been released, and on the developer and everybody else who has been involved from the beginning, and then we'll have a look at some gameplay as well. The game will cut off at some point today, I'm not sure exactly at what time, so we'll try to entertain as much of the activity as possible. And as you've seen with other DRBMiller introducing sessions, we're not here to play the whole game, but just to present you with a taster of what is to follow, and also, most importantly, what you can be expecting from many titles that are easily accessible through various streaming services at your fingertips every single day. So, first of all, we'll look at the game. So you're familiar with Star Wars, of course, the massive big space opera saga dating from the mid-1970s. We had all those films and the games released over the years. So what we are going to be doing at the moment, we'll look at all that has been part and parcel of Star Wars within the world of video gaming. So this one is a space combat game set in the Star Wars universe and developed by Motif Studios and published by Electronic Arts. It was released for Microsoft, Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on October 2nd of 2020, so the game's been in circulation for just over 3 months, and the game features both multiplayer and single-player campaigns, and it's been set after Return of the Jedi. The campaign alternates between the New Republic's Vanguard Squadron and the Galactic Empire's Titan Squadron, both of which become involved with the Republic's Project Starhawk. Vanguard Squadron wants to ensure its completion, while Titan Squadron attempts to destroy it. So it's actually two different factions fighting against each other, and therefore it is very enjoyable. Quite curious to see how it would work with multiplayer. We'll probably try some of that as well. But we'll first of all look at the campaign. And the director is Ian Fraser, producers are Jean-Francois Poirier, Suzanne Hunks and Thomas Meyer. Designer was James Clement, and we had programmer Patrick Lalonde, artist was Mike Yayazian, writers were Joanna Berry, composer was Gordy Hab. Series is part of obviously Star Wars. Engine was Frostbite 3, released on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and it was released on October 2nd of 2020. It received positive reviews upon release, and gaining praise for its immersive gameplay and multiplayer component, yet faced some criticism over its lack of content, excessive bugs and weak story. I really don't agree with that, because I remember people saying the same sort of thing about Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront #1, where you had a similar concept to what you have here, and then the sequel provided you with a much more integrated RPG with fighting and all other battles that were there for you to enjoy. And I think this game is very, very similar in that respect. It is very similar to the games from the 1990s on the computer, on PCs, which we indeed enjoyed playing, and they were focusing on aerial combat. In here it's much more state-of-the-art advanced graphics, and as you will see, you can play both factions one against another. It gets particularly enjoyable and very hectic if you're doing the multiplayer. So in a nutshell, it's a space combat game played from a first-person perspective. Players take control of starfighters from either the Galactic Empire or the New Republic. In their ships, they can utilize the movement of power between the ship's functions of weaponry, shields and engines to defeat opponents in combat. Imperial starfighters do not have shields, resulting in other additions to their class, so that the two teams would be balanced. Gameplay is class-based, both of the New Republic and the Empire, having 4 starfighter classes, and the player can choose from Fighter, which is TIE Fighter for the Empire, and X-Wing for the Republic. I'm just reminded of the wonderful X-Wing game, a PC game from the 1990s. If you have a chance, definitely snap it up and download it off goldengames.com, GOG.com, and you will thoroughly enjoy it. Very, very good if compared to this game, because there are lots of similarities. Obviously the graphics will be less advanced, but there were some fantastic space combat fights in there, and lots of piloted missions, so I'm sure you will be able to enjoy that one as well. So we have Fighter, Interceptor, Bomber and Support, right? An update added the B-Wing to the Bomber class for the New Republic, and the TIE Defender for the Fighter class of the Galactic Empire. And the game features 2 multiplayer modes and a single player mode. The story mode is set after the Battle of Endor and the destruction of the second Death Star. The narrative alternates between 2 customizable pilots and the New Republic's Vanguard Squadron and the Empire's Titan Squadron. So the game offers 2 online modes. We have Dogfight, which is a team deathmatch mode that supports 10 players, and Fleet Battles, in which 2 teams of up to 5 players compete to destroy each other's capital ships. It was conceived and pitched by James Clement and Patrick Lalonde to Motif Studios leadership, and they were soon joined by Stephen Masters to help develop the presentation for what would become Star Wars Squadrons, as these 3 developers were still finalizing for the single-player campaign for Star Wars Battlefront 2. A small group led by Ian Frazier laid the groundwork to build the production team, so as you could see they were working on the game already as the other one was about to be released. The game was revealed on June 15 of 2020 with the release of a trailer. I watched it. It was very, very entertaining. It released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on October 2nd of 2020 with cross-platform play enabled. The PC version can be played in a virtual reality using various VR headsets, with the PlayStation 4 version supporting PlayStation VR. All versions of the game have Hoita support, with the console editions receiving support in 1-day patch. By September the 10th of 2020, development for the game had reached gold status, meaning that it was ready to begin production on the physical editions of the game. So we have some news about some facts on the marketing and on the release. We'll just have a look at the reception. The reception was generally very, very positive, 8 out of 10 so to speak, and I think if we look at Games Radar, 4.5 stars, GameSpot 7 out of 10, IGN 8 out of 10, PC Gamer 83 out of 100, Push Square 7 out of 10. So we are really looking at The Guardian even 5 stars. So really a very, very enjoyable reception, and pretty well received by everybody, industry and punters alike. And as we've seen, PC Gamer awarded the game a score of 83 out of 100, praising the combat and flight mechanics, but criticizing the lack of choices in the story. And obviously, if you get it, as highly ranked as that by PC Gamer, you will know that these games are best played on PCs, and therefore, indeed, we are going to be having a lot of entertainment and enjoyable gameplay before us, without any hint of a doubt. Alright, so I think that's all I need to say about the game. So Star Wars Squadrons it is. let's just crack on with some customization. Let's have a look at all the options that we have here, and all that can be done and dusted as we carry on with our gameplay. So you'll get this menu telling you can start with a quick match, which is obviously for multiplayer and training, story, customization, New Republic, and then fleet battles, tutorial, reward. You have play, you have challenges, you have career, you have rank. Okay, so rank will be based on your activities. As you can see, you will be progressing from Maverick tier divisions and skill rating upwards. We'll look at career, you have fleet battles, you'll get all kinds of XPs and rankings in there as you carry on. And we'll have a look at challenges. So, you know, the concept is very similar to what we had in other Battle Royale stroke daily multiplayer type of tasks. And for anyone who is in awe of piloting and space combat, this is going to be your top game for starters. And play, let me just see whether we can practice before playing online. We recommend training or warming up in a practice mode. You can find multiplayer and training on the main menu. I'm trying to think whether we can play the single player mission. No, that's not it. Hang on a minute. Story, that's the one. So we'll restart the story and we'll look at the prologue, and there are actually two different prologues in here. We want to be fully introduced to it. It's very good that we can replay it because, as you know, in some of the games we can't be getting back to the cutscenes, and I actually love watching cutscenes. Being a film fan, you know, I really always like reviewing some of those cinematic sequences and making sure I'm fully in awe of the story, and you know, I want to understand really what's going on, and this prologue is going to give us at least some pointers. So let's just crack on with Star Wars Squadrons.
I'll give it my all.
Begin pre-flight checks. Pilot, boot up your cockpit systems.
Acknowledged.
Like a small in-game tutorial right at the beginning. I thought we could see those cutscenes as well, but for some reason
All systems up and running.
you're not getting them.
Pre-flight complete. Let's get a clean launch. Lock onto my fighter. Forward sensor online and tracking. Now, throttle up and deploy out of the hangar.
So as you can see, we need to follow Captain Javes. Just a very straightforward tutorial.
The rest of the fleet is back from Malastare. We'll have plenty of help to deal with that convoy of sympathizers. Helix Squadron, we're prepping your Gazanti transport. Stand by.
Copy, Vigilance. All pilots, follow me. We'll do a quick pass of the fleet to calibrate flight controls.
All right.
Stay mobile. We don't want any collisions.
Oh, I see.
Let's
It's slow.
forget how big our Star Destroyers really are.
Careful. The shields won't harm us. Flying so close to the hull is no time to get careless.
right, sir. It is good to fly old school again. There's something very forthright about a TIE fighter.
Looks like someone is testing battle formations.
Better here than in the field again.
Keep your distance, Helix. Those engines run hot enough to vaporize a TIE.
I've known a few daredevils who found that out the hard way.
TIE pilots push the limits. Sometimes the limits push back.
Stricken nearly
All
crashed.
systems calibrated, and the fleet is in good shape.
The Vigilance reports our Gozanti transport is ready.
Helix Squadron, head to the Gazanti and dock for hyperspace jump.
Affirmative.
Throttle down below the Gazanti so its locks can engage. Helix Squadron are docked and clear for hyperspace jump. Remember, Helix, we'll have support, but finding the refugee convoy is up to us.
They won't escape the Empire twice.
Star Haven. Probably the most isolated trading post in this sector.
It's only a haven for thieves and pirates. If the refugees are hiding here, clearly they're not as innocent as they'd claim.
Something to him.
Carriers moving into position.
Blockade is forming up. Our rear guard is secure at least.
Interesting. There's a lot of cargo traffic today.
Then our convoy might be hiding among them.
Agreed. All cargo vessels. This is Captain Lyndon Javes of the Galactic Empire. Prepare for immediate inspection. And this is Star Haven's station master. Kindly avoid harassing my customers. If they cooperate, they'll be fine. Pilot, proceed.
I'll handle it.
Check your forward sensor. It will identify potential targets. Pilot, begin by inspecting that ship.
Wait! We have always been loyal to the Empire. See? We're loyal. I swear.
No sign it's from Alderaan. Keep looking.
Pilot, keep inspecting those ships and see if the refugees are here. Good. Check that ship next.
Look, I'll pay anything. Just don't impound my ship. Not part of the convoy. Check another ship.
So you're not impounding my ship?
There. A ship's trying to flee from a simple inspection. We should teach them some manners.
All pilots, bring your weapon systems online. Pilot, track it on your sensors and fire a small volley. Just enough to damage them. Then see if they're hiding the refugees. There, stop that ship.
All right. Scan us then.
those smugglers. We should get to the station.
As you can see, it's just literally a tutorial for you to learn how to be using
You have no right.
your ships.
The station's defenses just activated.
Helix Squadron, destroy those turrets. We can't search under fire. Out here, no one shoots unless they're prepared for return fire. Even the Empire should know that.
Under attack! The defense capability is dropping. Keep going. I'm hit!
Where are the turrets? Though I don't see them.
That should do. Good shooting, pilot.
Okay, I managed to get this one done.
Never recover from this.
Captain Javes, I think I found where the refugees are hiding.
On our way. Pilot, with me.
We've got enemy activity.
Pilot's down. We have rebel X-Wings on sensors.
Good! Drive these Imperials off my station. They must be protecting the convoy. Defend yourselves if necessary. I'll look for the refugees.
I'm hit! I'm taking damage! Half the rebel scum destroyed.
station and customers, then blame me? Imperial thugs.
Pilot, get into the tunnel and hunt down that convoy. There, the convoy. Prepare to fire. They disabled my ship. All systems down. Those were iron missiles. Where the hell did they come from?
Sorry, Teresa. After Alderaan, I can't ignore what the Empire's become.
Sir. Lyndon, what are you saying?
That I don't care who ordered it. I didn't sign up to hurt innocent refugees. And if protecting them makes me a rebel, then so be it.
Damn it! Pilot, see if you can bypass his shutdown. I've got this. Catch up with that traitor! Lieutenant Carroll to the Vigilance. Captain Javes is aiding the rebellion. Send immediate assistance.
I hoped it wouldn't come to this.
Missiles, watch out!
Think what you're fighting for. They'll make me return fire.
I see the convoy. Dead ahead. Prepare to fire.
Imperial Squadron, this is refugee convoy Hope of Eldera. We have families aboard. I'm here to help, convoy leader. No time to explain. Just get out of this tunnel. I wish you'd seen things my way. Goodbye, Teresa.
The tunnel!
Did we get away? You definitely did get away.
Hello there yourself.
Now we're gonna be doing one of the rebel ships.
That call sounds desperate. Can anyone make out what he's saying?
They're working on it. Okay, Echo Squadron, on me.
This is Admiral Akbar to Echo Squadron.
Echo Leader here. Admiral, any luck pinpointing that distress call?
Hopefully. You may need to get creative. Make sure your fighters are in good shape.
Understood, sir. Echo, prepare for systems check. Coming back around, Squadron. On me.
So much for a quiet patrol.
Starting systems check. Sure.
Maneuverability.
Fast and nimble. Got it.
Weapons look good.
They'll look better when we're shooting down ties.
TIE fighters, that is.
Double check shields.
Right. We might need to hold out a while.
Systems check complete. In formation?
Echo 3, matching formation.
Echo 2 standing by. Echo 5 standing by.
Let's get it together.
Okay, Squadron. Anyone low on missiles needs to stock up now. Head to the U-Wing for resupply. All good? Good.
Command has verified the distress call from Foster Haven. A refugee convoy at Foster Haven. We need help.
All right, time to go.
Echo Squadron, join the first wave and head to the rendezvous point.
This had to happen while half the fleet's away.
Prepping hyperdrive.
Right, so that's going to be our RV. It's similar to what we had with TIE fighters as well, as you've seen.
Admiral, we're here.
Yeah, but the convoy's way over there. With the bad guys between us and them.
Echo Squadron, transfer all power to engines. Head below the Star Destroyer and wait for my signal. It's risky, but flying fast and close to the Star Destroyer's hull should get us to the other side safely. Steady. Hold. Now, fire all boost thrusters. Echo 5, wait, you're too... Damn it, 5. Squadron, focus. We are not losing anyone else.
They're breaking formation. Capital ships are moving in. Rebel Alliance forces. The convoy needs support.
Wait, that was an Imperial transmission on an open channel.
Echo Squadron,
Same mission.
move in and give them
So
cover.
let's see.
I'm glad someone heard my distress call. I couldn't hold off those ties any longer.
Who are you? A defector?
If you'll take me, call me Lyndon. I'll explain later. Pilot, help me push these fighters back.
Echo 4, leave that quasar for now. Focus on ties. Then we better get rid of those ties. Fire missiles!
Just lost everyone. Where did they go?
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail. Jack.
That's half of them. Keep pushing.
They're on me. They're done.
Oh, got him. One left.
Damn it. The convoy is lost. It's over.
Oh no.
Joining formation. Defend the convoy before it's too late.
Anyone got missiles? Let them have it.
Hey, thanks.
Joining up.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
I couldn't let the Empire destroy more innocents from Alderaan. In the name of security.
So you told the Empire where to stick it?
You could say that. That's half of them. Keep pushing. No, you don't.
Thanks. I knew I liked you.
I'm on your wing.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
They won't bother you again.
You're too kind.
Prep your fighter. They'll send more ties soon.
Echo Squadron, let's get in position and escort these transports.
I'm right beside you. This is Admiral Akbar of the Rebel Alliance. Echo Leader reports you're willing to defect. Willing and able. Then keep assisting Echo Squadron. Squadron. There's a quasar bearing down on the convoy.
And filled with reinforcements. Take the ties down. I got one.
I'm hit bad.
No, Echo 2's gone.
Echo, reinforcements are here.
That Corvette is a beautiful sight.
Corvette Captain, focus on the quasar. We'll mop up the ties.
Forming up with the squadron.
Echo. Rapport ties incoming. Take them down. Blasted them. That's all the ties down. Yes!
Oh, well done.
Come
That's
on,
good.
people! That quasar's gotta go!
Something destroying the quasar.
Following your lead.
Yeah! Way to deal with that quasar!
Nice work. Squadron, form up.
I think we're clear. For now. Let's make the most of it. Echo Squadron, bring the convoy and Linden here to a safer position.
We're on it.
Admiral, I know how this Imperial fleet operates. I can tell they're prepping their capital ships for an attack right now. We need backup. All right, I'll send you the rest of Echo Squadron with everything they've got. Heading towards a Star Destroyer. Again. Facing its turrets this time.
It's okay, our fleet's coming.
Well, not fast enough. Fleet is now at your location. Echo Squadron, keep the convoy safe while the flagship engages the Vigilance. Leave it to us. Wait. The Empire's sending in a raider to intercept the convoy. We have to take that raider down. Pilot, with me. Almost in range. Get ready. That enemy fleet is hammering that convoy. Their shields are weakening. Keep the radar focused on us, not the convoy. Starting another attack run. The raiders lost shields. They're trying to get cover from the capital ships. This is our chance. Finish this.
Raiders tough.
At least the fleet's keeping that Star Destroyer busy. We're wearing them down. Keep it up.
Yes, we're almost there.
It's risky, but if we can destroy the targeting system on the Vigilance, we might throw them off the convoy's trail.
Wait, you two are attacking the Star Destroyer?
Let's hope your fleet can keep those shields down. Strike here. We can take down the Vigilance's targeting.
That'll leave a mark. Echo Squadron, keep the Star Destroyer occupied. I want its turrets pointed away from our starfighters.
Keep moving. Better to do multiple passes.
I'm taking fire.
Vigilance looks very different when you're fighting against it.
Glad you got the chance.
Keep moving, or you're a sitting target for the Vigilance.
Close to it. I'm being destroyed.
Let's hope your fleet can keep those shields down.
Just bear with me a second.
Strike here. We can take down the Vigilance's targeting.
I'm taking fire.
We're getting there. Keep firing. That's it. Vigilance's targeting is down.
All convoy vessels, prep for lightspeed jump. Echo Squadron, withdraw and handle any fighters near the convoy.
You did it. Now both of you get clear.
Pilot, whatever happens next, you saved a lot of innocent lives. And mine. Convoy's ready to jump. Thank you. We'll tell everyone what the Rebel Alliance did for us.
Akbar to all Rebel Alliance forces. The refugee convoy is safe. Get to the rendezvous and prep for hyperspace jump. All convoy vessels, prep for lightspeed jump. Echo Squadron, withdraw and handle any fighters near the convoy.
You did it. Now both of you get clear.
Pilot, whatever happens next, you saved a lot of innocent lives. And mine. Convoy's ready to jump. Thank you. We'll tell everyone what the Rebel Alliance did for us.
All ships, prepare for lightspeed.
We all choose our path. Light or dark. Freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to destroy Alderaan in order to spread fear and douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic. However, the Empire lives on, shattered though it may be. As I speak, Imperial forces are edging toward the Bormia sector, hoping to end our new republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
There you completed the prologue. And this is where the game begins. So we can customize our characters. Prologue completed. You have completed the prologue, but your adventure is just beginning. You can now continue the story or go to the main menu to access customization, practice and multiplayer. We continue the story, I think, and we need to also customize our characters.
Vanguard Squadron to Temperance. Do you read us now? Had some trouble with our long-range comms.
You're the 3rd Patrol reporting comm blackouts. Head on back, Gunny. The commander will want a full report.
Lousy comms.
Chasing our tails for hours, and now we're late to meet the new boss.
Well, do you want to race home, Frisk? We might make it before his speech ends.
Keo, I ain't racing you. I learned my lesson the first 12 times.
Hush, the speech is starting.
I'm not one for speeches. So I'll just say, I'm honored to assume command of the Temperance in this fleet. Vanguard Squadron's reputation for bravery and integrity is unrivaled, which is why, effective immediately, we have been reassigned to an initiative codenamed Project Starhawk.
Starhawk. Then those rumors about a secret project are true.
What do you think it is, huh?
Some kind of weapon?
The key to victory.
If it helps end the war, who cares? I care.
I like to know who I'm working for.
The good guys, Frisk. Remember? The only people in the galaxy who don't have a death mark on you?
Grace. The day ain't over yet.
Come on. Back to the Temperance. We can meet the new boss. And anyone else he's bringing along.
Ah, there you are. Ardo said to expect you. I'm Zarelda Sage, Chief Mechanic, and this here's the Temperance, my pride and joy. I imagine you're excited to join the action. Speaking of, here's the rest of your squad. Hey, Gonnie, I got your new pilot over here.
You go ahead, I'll meet you in there. Welcome to Vanguard Squadron. I'm Kyra Kuva. You can call me Gunny. Happy to have you on the team. Let's talk after the briefing, eh?
You're joining one of the best outfits in the New Republic. Hope you can live up to it. Anyway, follow them into the briefing room. I think our new commander's waiting for you in there.
Well, you'll agree with me that this has been very enjoyable. It's got really very smooth gameplay and lots of aerial combat, some story, non-playable characters. It's all looking good. So we'll just the briefing is up there. I guess similar to other aerial combat games, you'll get briefings and then you'll fly missions, you get the XPs. So we'll have a look.
You arrived. Excellent. Otto, meet our new Vanguard 5.
Oh, the one who saved your skin at Foster Haven. Ardo Baradai, Fleet Intelligence. A pleasure.
I heard they rewarded you with a posting to Chandrila. A real honor. Very safe. But a good pilot shouldn't just gather dust. I needed people I can trust. And I figured you'd want to get back into the action.
There's no shortage of that around here.
Right. Let's get you briefed. Welcome back to the front line, Vanguard 5.
As you've no doubt experienced, the Empire is jamming communications across the sector. I fear these blackouts could be a prelude to invasion. Vanguard Squadron, I need you to split up to solve this. Frisk and Grace, bring our new pilot to the Brental Systems borders. The scouts we sent to investigate haven't reported in. Find out what happened to them. Then regroup with your squadron near the planet Cavus. Gunny and Keo, that's where you're headed. If I were still an Imperial, well, I'd send jamming ships there. Knowing the Empire, I expect they're using these jamming vessels to disrupt our long-range comms. They'll have TIE squadrons in tow. Destroy all Imperial squadrons and jammers. Communications must be restored for Project Starhawk's future. When you've succeeded, regroup and return to the Temperance. Let's see how you do, Vanguard Squadron.
Got a moment?
As you've no doubt experienced, the Empire is jamming communications across the sector. I fear these blackouts could be a prelude to invasion. Vanguard Squadron, I need you to split up to solve this. Frisk and Grace, bring our new pilot to the Brental Systems borders. The scouts we sent to investigate haven't reported in. Find out what happened to them. Then regroup with your squadron near the planet Cavus. Gunny and Keo, that's where you're headed. If I were still an Imperial, well, I'd send jamming ships there. Knowing the Empire, I expect they're using these jamming vessels to disrupt our long-range comms. They'll have TIE squadrons in tow. Destroy all Imperial squadrons and jammers. Communications must be restored for Project Starhawk's future. When you've succeeded, regroup and return to the Temperance. Let's see how you do, Vanguard Squadron.
Alright, so that's our first mission of the day, the proper mission within the game, Star Wars Squadrons, and we've been given our orders. Speak with Grace and Kia, we've talked about it, so what next?
Oh hey, I'm Keo Venzi. Welcome to Vanguard Squadron. You'll do great things with us, trust me. This is an amazing team. I went from semi-pro racing to fighting the Empire. Quite a change. But everyone in Vanguard lifts up the others. You'll fit right in. Whatever this Project Starhawk is, I suppose the commanders will tell us when they're ready. But for now, we have scouts to find. According to the battle plan, we aren't flying together on this mission, but you'll be on my wing sooner than later. See you out there.
Hello. Grace Salia Vatara Sign. No. Grace, if you like. It's a pleasure. I've been with Vanguard long enough for Gunny to trust me with second position. And she doesn't trust easily. Especially those from Imperial families. Well, everyone finds out sooner or later. Yes, unfortunately, my dear estranged family builds TIE fighters for the Empire. And I take great delight in blasting those fighters to stardust. I trust you will too. See you out there.
see, are they indeed? Who else do we need to speak to? We need to get out of the briefing room. We can't actually walk for some reason. And I was going to say that this reminds me a bit of Anthem. It's obviously Electronic Arts, the publisher of Anthem and Squadrons, and I think the only thing that you will notice straight away if you played the BioWare game is that all the NPCs are much better embedded within the story. I think in here it does. Well, I've not played the whole game, but there's been some indication that the story seems a bit fractured, so we'll have to see. Gunny and Zeralda, and then we have Frisk. Let's try Frisk.
Nice to meet ya. Squad calls me Frisk. Only Grace calls me by my real name, and only when she's mad. I know it's not often you find a handsome fella like me fighting for the Rebellion, New Republic, or whatever we are now. I used to be in what you might call acquisitions. You know, hunting down trophies, antiques, anything collectors wanted. Until I got that pesky death mark, of course. How was I supposed to know that painting was fake, huh? Or that the Imperial Governor was gonna show it off to Admiral Thrawn? That's what's great about this place, though. They always got a berth for a good pilot. Death mark or not. Say, you play Sabak? I'm trying to learn, but no one around here ever wants to play me. Maybe we could, go a few rounds, huh? For credits, of course. It's the only way I'm gonna learn, right? Guess we should get on and fix that comm blackout.
You are clear for welding operations.
Well, he's definitely funny. We'll talk to everyone. This is what's in all RPGs, and talk to every single character everywhere.
Finally, chance to get acquainted. Like I said, the name's Gunny. Stay sharp, keep your nose clean, and we'll be off to a good start. We had comm blackouts like this right before the Empire invaded Mimban. Lost a lot of friends. But I learned to shoot a blaster. You'll be flying with Frisk and Grace today. Meet them if you haven't. The best advice I can give you is this. Stick with your squadron. It's simple, but sometimes hotshots and lone wolves need to hear it.
All personnel stand clear.
Get to your ship.
Get to your ship.
You ready to go? Just hop in the cockpit.
It's after D2.
A mission already? Good. I'm not one for waiting around. Got an X-Wing ready for you here. A real beauty if you need... Sorry. The droid's giving me the eye. Little rust buckets are always planning something, right? I was gonna say, if you need anything for that shiny starfighter of yours, just come to me, alright? I'll see you fixed up. We should run a pre-flight check on your X-Wing. Climb into the cockpit when you're ready.
I really like the non-playable characters, and also the animation is beautiful. I've got to say that the aerial combat looks a bit retro to a degree. I think the inside of the cockpit, but almost certainly they left it that way in order for people to feel more aligned with, the X-Fighter games of the 90s. Correct. Is there anybody else who we need to speak to? Briefing we received. It looks like we've talked to everyone, so prepare for launch.
The X-Wing. Backbone of the Rebel Alliance and our new Republic. A good all-rounder that'll stand up to any starfighter or capital ship in the Imperial fleet.
Loadout. Is it customizable?
Good choice. Tell me what you need. Coming right up.
Enter your starfighter. Prepare for launch.
you need it, I got it. Good choice.
Attention. All munitions must be locked and accounted for before launch.
From the Vanguard. You've joined Vanguard Squadron, a New Republic battle group led by Commander Lyndon Javes and assigned to a secret initiative, Project Starhawk. The first task is to find these squadrons missing scouts. Controls, options, accessibility controls, gameplay, video, audio, EA card. Okay, something like that.
If you need it, I got it. I'll get it
I
ready.
can't get in. Can't talk to her. What's the idea? I don't get it.
Stop that. You flip random switches, you're gonna hit full broadcast sooner or later.
Okay, options. Story customization. I think we customized, but I'll just present you with the way it is done in here. You go to the customization. Switch to view and get exit. Starfighter. X-Wing. Okay, so we've got this. New gunship. You can fly different ships as you could see, but we'll go for X-Wing, I think. Any other? No, I think that's about it at the moment. Primary weapon. Advance is still locked by the looks of it. Okay. Left auxiliary. Okay, right auxiliary. That seems to be properly customized already. Okay. Paint job. Can't acquire that yet. Decals, we haven't got any at the moment. You need more glory. Hologram as well. You need more glory. No glory so far. Okay.
You got it.
So we go back to our story. Capture story. So as you can see, we've done Prologue 1 and then Prologue 2, A Call to Rebellion. And then we'll continue the story. Looks good. Take a screenshot of this.
Vanguard Squadron to Temperance. Do you read us now? Had some trouble with our long-range comms.
You're the 3rd Patrol reporting comm blackouts. Head on back, Gunny. The commander will want a full report.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to give us the mission for some reason. This is why I've gone in there again. Apologise for that, but not played again before, so not sure. Automatically saving everything, right?
Ah, there you are. Ardo said to expect you. I'm Zerelda Sage, Chief Mechanic, and this here's the Temperance, my pride and joy.
This is definitely not on. We need to go back to where is it? Main menu, and then we need to go to that mission because we already acquired the mission, so it all should be fully set up. Well, that is not really particularly good, I've got to say, because we did play this already. Should have auto-saved on because there isn't a manual save.
Blackouts. Head on back, Gunny. The commander will want a full report.
Lousy comms. Chasing our tails for hours.
Ardo said to expect you. I'm Zerelda Sage, Chief Mechanic, and this here's the Temperance, my pride and joy. I imagine you're excited to join the action. Speaking of, here's the rest of your squadron. Hey, Gunny, I got your new pilot over here.
You go ahead, I'll meet you in there.
Why was this
Welcome
not
to
saved?
Vanguard Squadron. I'm Kyra Kuva. You can call me Gunny. Happy to have you on the team. Let's talk after the briefing, eh?
You're joining one of the best outfits in the New Republic. Hope you can live up to it. Anyway, follow them into the briefing room. I think our new commander's waiting for you in there.
This is a bit odd. We've gone to the briefing already. Do it again, we just skip it really fast.
Ah, you've arrived. Excellent.
As you've no doubt experienced, the Empire is jamming communications. Vanguard Squadron, Frisk and Grace. Find out what happened to them. Then Gunny and Keo. That's where, knowing the Empire, they'll have TIE squadrons in tow. Communications must be restored. When you've succeeded, let's see how you do, Vanguard Squadron.
Got a moment.
Just have to go through this in order to save properly.
This is an amazing team. But whatever this project according to the battle plan, we aren't. See you out there.
Watched all of that already, but the game didn't save. Don't know why. Because it should have saved.
Hello. I've been with Vanguard long, especially the... well, everyone and I take great delight. See you out there.
See you out there. Okay, we complete the briefing. There's no one else in here for us to talk to. We need to exit the briefing room.
Base 6, you are cleared for welding operations.
Here as well.
Finally, chance to get acquainted. Like I said, the name's Gunny. Stay sharp. We had calm blackouts like... lost a lot of friends. You... the best advice, get to your ship.
Reminder to all personnel,
mission or... Sorry. I was gonna say, we should run a pre-flight check on your X-Wing. Climb into the cockpit when you're ready.
Try that. We talked to them already before.
I know it's not height and how is that? That's what's... Say, maybe... Guess we should...
You ready to go? Just hop in the cockpit. Ah, the X-Wing. Backbone of the Rebel Alliance and our new Republic. A good all-rounder that'll stand up to any starfighter or capital ship in the Imperial fleet. If you're ready to go, just hop in the cockpit.
It's not allowing me to carry on. That's a bit odd.
Attention. All munitions must be logged and accounted for before launch.
If you're ready to go, just hop in the cockpit. Tell me what you need. Very nice. What you looking for? If you're ready to go, just hop in the cockpit. Very nice. What you looking for? Very nice.
Should be able to talk to somebody then, eh?
You're ready to go? Just hop in the cockpit.
As we look at right, so I need to go out and find the squadron's missing scouts. Campaign difficulty, story mode, controls, options. No, that all seems to be fully done.
If you need it, I got it. If you're ready to go, just hop in the cockpit.
It's not allowing me to do anything in there.
Power management systems. Check. Alright. I'm loading in your astromech droid now. Keep an eye on it.
R2D2.
Quiet, Tin Can. We got a pre-flight check to do. Radar. Working like a dream. Loadout data. Looking good. Combat display? Check. Primary weapons. Charged up. Ready to take down ties. Throttle and boost. Good to go. Hull integrity. Never better. You're welcome. All systems go. Vanguard 5, you are clear for launch. Good luck out there.
Right, so we're clear for launch. We're launched.
wing.
Away we go. Stay close, Vanguard 5.
You remember your mission parameters, Vanguard Squadron?
Find the scouts, smash the jamming ships.
And get back before the cantina closes.
I think Commander Javes skipped that in the briefing. Thanks, Otto. We'll be careful.
Regroup at Cabus once you find our missing pilots, alright? See you soon.
Good luck, you two. Our jump point's just ahead.
Hyperspace coordinates calculated.
Engines are hot.
Let's do this, Vanguard Squadron.
There we are, hyperspace.
This never gets old, hey Grace?
Never. Let's go.
No scouts showing on sensors. You got anything, Grace?
Negative. We've got to be able to find someone out here. Wait. I've got a Republic signal. Temperance. We may have found them. Heavy interference. Gunny and Keel will take care of that shortly.
We should investigate the signal and regroup with them.
I hope the scouts are all right.
Me too, Grace. Me too.
I really like the dialogue. The fact it's fully integrated with
There's our target. Let's slow it down.
flight sequences.
Heck, our scouts didn't make it. Empire must have found him first.
If that's the case, where is the Empire? Vanguard 5, scan the debris. I know it's macabre, but we need you to lock onto the wreck and get close. Such brutality. Even that astromech got dusted.
Someone really didn't want these scouts getting home. Hey, I'm picking up a second signal. Let's check it out. Follow me. I don't like this, Grace.
I hear you. Something's not right.
If we're lucky, something survived the attack. Stay ready for anything.
Stay ready for anything.
That's not a New Republic signal. It's Imperial. We're being ambushed.
TIE fighters, incoming!
Attack positions. Take them down.
Go on.
That's just rude.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Nice shooting. Crescenti's toast. Shoot down those ties, Vanguard 5.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
You got him good. That's the last of the ties.
That Gazanti must have been support for the Empire's jamming ships. If we scan the wreckage for its last known trajectory, it could lead us to the jammers.
That's a heck of an idea. Vanguard 5, scan the debris and we'll watch your back.
Where's the debris?
That's it. Nice work, Vanguard 5. Let's see. Their path was leading them toward Gunny and Keo's coordinates.
If we're quick, maybe we can cut off the Empire before they find our friends. Marking coordinates.
Hopefully they don't know we're coming.
Let's do this right. For the scouts we lost. Lead the way, Vanguard 5. Whatever comes next, we face it together.
We'll face it together, indeed we will.
Look, 2 Imperial jamming ships ahead. No sign of Gunny or Keo.
That's the source of our comms blackout. Frisk, bomb those jamming ships.
Sure thing, Grace. I'll soften him up. You two finish him off.
They've locked on.
I'm taking fire.
You're being tailed.
I'm under attack.
That jamming ship's done for.
Long-range comms are still scrambled.
Enemies locked on.
Another Imperial jammer destroyed. Great work, Vanguard 5.
I always pay my debts. Eventually.
Let's finish the last of these ties.
Last one, where is he? all of them destroyed.
Invade our territory, will ya?
Gunny, do you read me? We just cut off 2 jamming ships en route to your location. What's the situation?
Gunny and Keo are in trouble.
We need to help them now. Head toward Canvas.
Let's move, Vanguard 5.
Well, you can tell this is a game that will be attractive to people who like flying and plenty of aerial combat missions. I like the way it's integrated with dialogue and, you know, story overall. So it's really good. In the wrong way. Animation looks really pretty, doesn't it?
Finally! Oh, you're right on time. Let's finish off their ties.
You're safe.
You're too kind.
They locked onto you, 5.
Imperial reinforcements. Another goes anti with ties.
Then we take them out too.
That Cassandra just jumped out of the system.
Running scared, I bet. No need to thank me.
Thanks. I knew I liked you.
That's all the TIE fighters.
All destroyed.
I join you.
Oh, my rockets worked. Requesting a resupply.
That'll patch up your hull and stock up your ordnance. Follow me.
Let's get it together.
Together. Well, I have to say it's really great fun. I've not been playing any flying games for a long while, and I'm enjoying it. Very entertaining, easy to follow. We've got the in-game tutorial.
Vanguard, we have an Imperial cruiser protecting the last of the jammers.
Taking down these ships ain't gonna be easy.
Not while the cruiser has a missile launcher.
We'll keep our countermeasures ready. What's our play?
If we take out the jammers first, we can call the Temperance for reinforcements.
That's why you're in charge, Gunny.
Vanguard 5, focus on the jammers.
Okay.
Here we go.
Enemies locked onto me.
Don't fly straight or you're toast. You can always count on me.
Hey, thanks. That hurt.
restored across the sector. I knew you'd work well together. I'm grateful to command such a strong squadron. Come on back to the Temperance.
Thank you, Commander Javes.
Our first mission's been completed. I think we call it a day on that one. We'll have a look at customization and we'll have a look at multiplayer, because we want to get a flavour of multiplayer as well. I think the game will cut off very shortly. It's ending today at some point. Free access on Xbox if you are a subscriber to the Alt.
Great work, team. First round's on Frisk.
Welcome home, Vanguard. No time for celebration, I'm afraid. We have a visitor and a mission. I think you'll be interested.
We'll have a look at the mission, but we are not going to be completing it. I think about 2 hours is good enough for people to get a flavour of what the game's like. Oh, so we are going to have... Alright, Bronzium story, Enduring Service Medal, Little Recruit, Efficiency I didn't get, Defense Break I didn't get either. Mission complete. Losing the skies is a blow to Vanguard Squadron. You have pushed back an Imperial incursion and installed communications across the Bormia sector. Vanguard Squadron's next mission lies ahead. Okay, medal information. See? Completed mission 1. So that's the medal. Enduring services, you didn't die, so that's good. Recruit destroyed Imperial jammers before the cruiser to call New Republic reinforcements. Okay. Destroyed all the TIE fighters. Well, that wasn't really it. Complete mission in 1 in 16 minutes or less. Well, that wasn't the case either. Main menu, continue. Back to the briefing room, I think. We need to meet our guest. Let us see. Who is there? Inspect him. R2D2. No.
The Empire won't push into
there.
our territory again anytime soon.
Thanks to our new pilot.
Yeah, and thanks to the rest of us. This isn't a race, all right? We're a team.
You're right, Gunny. But still, nice flying out there.
Speaking of fancy flying, I was thinking about the Dragon Void run from a few years back. You see that one, Keo?
Oh, sure. I caught the whole thing on the HoloNet.
Yeah, me too. I watched the entire thing, but for the life of me, I can't recall who won.
I think it was one of the Ash twins? No, wait. Dylan Vooks.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, he was something else back then. In fact, the only pilot I've seen that comes close since is Keo here.
Oh, come on. Dylan Vooks got 9 championships under his belt. I've only got 5.
Well, fun as this is, Commander Javes has someone special waiting for us in the briefing room. Let's get in there and find out what's next. Commander's waiting.
So where is it now?
I helped Talus Group chase it away from a medical convoy towards Yavin. It's pinned in the upper atmosphere with no hyperdrive, but too many fighters for Talus Group to handle alone.
This might work out for both of us. Come, meet our visitor.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through. I have a Star Destroyer problem that Vanguard might be able to help me solve.
We need a Star Destroyer for Project Starhawk, intact. Now we prove what Vanguard's made of. Wedge, if you would.
Your briefing's ready to go.
As you may have overheard, Talus Group has cornered the Imperial Star Destroyer Victorum above the planet Yavin. They're in tough. but it's presented a great opportunity for us to jump in and not only disable that Star Destroyer, but to seize control. So first, we need to give ourselves some cover by knocking out the turrets. Naturally, if we can also take out the targeting system, that'll buy us even more time. Next, we need to prepare the Star Destroyer for boarding. You'll need to find a potential breach point in the Victorum's hull, preferably near the bridge. Once you find a good spot, bombard it until the hull is breached. However, we can expect that the Victorum still has plenty of TIE fighters. They will try to stop us. Once the skies are clear, we can bring in the boarding team. While our troops capture the bridge, Vanguard will defend the exterior from reinforcements. Once the boarding team has seized the bridge and is in control of the Star Destroyer, we'll rendezvous with the Temperance. Okay, I think I accidentally made stealing a Star Destroyer sound simple. Let's hope it is.
I was just looking at something else which was Star Wars related, and it's really funny to see Wedge in here. It's Dennis Lawson, you know, looking as youthful as always, and almost 50 years have gone by, and he's still there looking exactly the same. The beauty of video gaming, hey? What's funny is that Lawson speaks here with an American accent, and that is definitely of interest.
Sorry for the speedy introduction, but Talus Group was counting on me to get reinforcements fast. Your commander says you have talent. Enough to steal a Star Destroyer and get away with it. Normally, I'd have Rogue Squadron for this, but General Syndulla gave me a temporary assignment to Project Starhawk. Meanwhile, Rogue is handling, well, that's classified too. General Syndulla keeps us busy. Your commander and I have something in common. I once flew for the Empire too, at Skystrike Academy. Turning to the Rebellion was the smartest move I ever made. I wish more of my friends had done the same. Look, I appreciate the talk, but Talus Group's waiting for us.
I'd see, he once flew for the Empire, I didn't know that. Okay. Alright, so we've completed that first mission, and I think what I do want to see is how the multiplayer works. Sure, I'll go back to my menu. Progress. Since the last checkpoint will be lost, we'll try. Well, first of all, we'll look at the customization. I want to show you this. It's fairly simple, but still, you can do quite a lot. And I think we have a limited number of pilots which we can choose from, but still not too bad. So have a look at customization, New Republic. Well, that's not really it. Suspect. Okay. Now I know what we need to do. Hang on. We need to go back in. Okay. An Age of Heroes, what's that? There are legends of an age heroes long before us. We're celebrating legends of Star Wars, the Old Republic, with some new cosmetics. Well, we know that Electronic Arts like selling us lots of different things, and I shall politely decline. But you know, if anyone who's a collector, anybody who's very keen on everything. Let's see, challenges. Operation Challenge. Complete 20 daily challenges before the operations end to collect the reward. Okay. Career. Rank. Current level. New XPs. Multiplayer and training. Let's see. Multiplayer. Dogfight. Fleet battles. Yes, AI. Training practice, Fleet Battles tutorial. Okay, Fleet Battles tutorial we'll try. See that. Curious to see what that's like. We had quite a variety of games offered and presented here on DRBMiller Introducing. We've had Echo Generation, a game that's going to be coming out, played its demo. We had Night Call, we had Call to Sea, and now we introduced also Zombies yesterday, but it didn't really work too well due to some technical issues. That's Call of Duty Cold War Zombies, and today Star Wars Squadrons. You can see literally from...
This is our strategy for fleet battles. First, focus on the Empire's starfighters. Destroy enough of them and we can press the attack. Once we gain an advantage, we can move in and assault their defensive cruisers. Destroying those cruisers leaves the Star Destroyer vulnerable. And that's the opportunity for our final attack. We take down the Star Destroyer, we win the day. Here's the rub. If we lose too many of our own starfighters, we'll be forced to go on the defensive. These Nebulon B frigates protect our flagship, the MC-75, where you currently stand. Do not let the Empire eliminate our frigates. Protect the MC-75 at all costs. We lose the flagship, we lose the battle. Good luck, pilots, and may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you. Everyone wants to be a hero. And this is how you can become one. Enter this wonderful world of video gaming and embrace the characters. Become Luke Skywalker or Master Chief. Oh, look at this, looks beautiful. 5 versus 5 multiplayer.
On your wing.
Scan some players. Toss. Oh, we need to destroy the ship. Well, surely there is some time point.
Yep, they fired a missile at me. I'm hit! Enemies locked on.
Squadron.
I'm on your side, right? This is your second chance.
Ah, I wasn't worried.
You're fixed up.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Repairs for you. That should help. Let's get it together.
So
Is this
what's
'cause I
going on?
beat you in
Let's
Sabak?
see.
Jackpot.
next time.
This one's on me. Flying in formation.
Got a tail. Empire's on my tail. Enemies locked onto me.
Here we go. You're repaired.
Incoming missile.
This one's on me.
They've locked on. Under attack.
Repairs for you. That should help. You're repaired.
Whoops. Not close enough. Man.
Here we go.
Got a lock.
Confirmed. You're fixed up.
Missile headed right for me.
This is your second chance. Flying in formation.
Alright, so I think we got some ideas on how this works really.
together.
Maybe we'll try just one match to see what it's going to be like. The proper hectic active one. That's going to be my first multiplayer match. Maybe I get another achievement because I completed it or entered it. We'll see. And that's going to be the last bit of Squadrons for us today. Hope you enjoyed all you've seen. I certainly did. Really enjoyed our story missions and aerial combat activities. Dogfight, Yavin. It's going to be a dogfight. Supporting other pilots.
Let's talk modifications. Perfect. What works best for you?
I'll handle it.
Very good then.
This is our first trip to the proper multiplayer in Squadrons, so let's see what this is going to be like, and that's going to be the last activity of the day, really, as far as Squadrons are concerned. Hope you enjoyed all we've seen. I certainly did. Thoroughly enjoyable and very hectic, I've got to say. Loads of enemy ships and plenty of aerial combat. TIE fighters.
Titan 2 at the ready.
Titan 1 in formation. Type 3 here and ready. Arrival gathered confirmed. We've located Vanguard Squadron. Leave no survivors.
For the Empire.
Long may it reign.
It's quite fast.
Enemy behind you. That was too close.
got killed rather fast.
I'm on my way. Rebel fighter locking on. Here comes a missile. Close call. Here I come.
Titan, the enemy is halfway to victory.
Taking fire. So locking on.
Oh, I'm getting killed a lot in here. This is rather tricky. Ah, boys. I think. Where's options?
Back in the fight.
Alright, so we've seen Star Wars Squadrons here, part of my DRBMiller introducing series. Hope you enjoyed all the activity. Hope you had a lot of fun, as much as I had, and as much as I did, I should say. And read the summary is this is a thoroughly enjoyable addition to Star Wars franchise. Plenty of aerial combat activities, and as far as I could see, it was blending in with the story reasonably well. The characters were talking to each other as we were flying missions. It seemed fairly interactive. I think the multiplayer appears to be very difficult, and generally all of those multiplayers, when you have you flying, will have a lot of veterans and people who played all the other games. And my advice to everyone would be start out on the story and build your character, your weapons, your loadout, your ships and everything else. Get to know the overall ins and outs of the in-game mechanics, and then you can just progress to the multiplayer. So a lot to do in here, loads of cosmetics to purchase if you wish, and overall you'll have many hundreds of hours of entertainment ahead of you. So in addition to that, I need to say that if you are interested in the game, if you enjoy the free gameplay, if you enjoy the gameplay that was offered to us through free day offers, and that is always given to us by Microsoft on weekends, you will be able to purchase the game on a greatly reduced price. And let me just tell you what the price is. The price is of $20.99, and I think it will last for a week. Usually what we get is a free day offer, and you will be able to try the game Friday to Monday, and then after that you'll have 7 days to purchase the game as well on a greatly reduced price, and this is what Electronic Arts and Microsoft are offering. Usually the price is $34.99, and the game's been in circulation since October of last year, so it's been around for about 3 or 4 months, and you are getting 40% off, and it says here that it's 10 hours left, so maybe it is indeed the offer available just for the weekend. It varies. You need to always double check on the game, and it will be down to the developer to provide you with some thumbs up and some extra days for you to purchase. But if you really liked what you've seen, this is definitely going to be the best way forward for you. You can just snap it up for $20.99 and carry on with the activity. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for joining us and for watching DRBMiller introducing. This was indeed our gameplay of Star Wars Squadrons, and therefore we are now bringing it to its conclusion. We'll carry on with our activity in Warzone very shortly, so stay with us and you'll have our usual squads and matches ahead. We had lots of fun over the weekend, and certainly hoping that we'll carry on as usual here later today. In addition to this, I will be bringing in our friends from Warzone matches to Destiny, so we'll have a selection of Destiny tutorials and streams. We are waiting for Destiny to get fully cross-platform access, and that's been introduced and announced by Bungie a couple of weeks ago, so I'm really looking forward to this because I want everybody to come in from PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Stadia and all other platforms to be part of one very large community. And I've got to say, my Destiny 2 streams in recent months have been very solitary, and I didn't really enjoy that too much. Obviously I love the game, but doing solitary sessions was of no fun, and we even had some big streamers telling us on Twitter and elsewhere that they felt a lot of people migrating to other games from Destiny because they felt during the year there has been a lot of repetitive content. I'm saddened by this. I think the new planet Europa with Beyond Light is fairly big with a lot to do, and certainly with plenty of places to explore. But hardcore gamers, they'll spend 8 hours a day on it, and they'll race through some of the story missions rather quickly, and then they'll have just multiplayer to tackle, and that really, in some instances is not particularly enjoyable if you are to be doing it on a longer stretch. And I've got to say, all the multiplayer maps in Destiny are very much like tight death matches, so I think Destiny will have to, the Destiny team will have to consider what other types of matches they'll need to maps they will need to create. Maybe they'll, personally I would suggest to create a battle royale map, because that will be very popular, and something that will have its very lengthy shelf life, like we've seen with Warzone, for instance, part of Call of Duty franchise. And therefore I'm just waiting for some of those suggestions, ideas and inventions to come my way. But right, so like I said, we'll carry on very shortly with our Warzone sessions. Stay with us, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. And once again, if you really liked the DRBMiller introducing today, if you enjoyed Star Wars Squadrons, send us an email, send us a message, provide us with some feedback. We'll forward this to the developer. They'll be very pleased to hear that from all of you. All of the marketing and all the major analysis that takes place at the moment is via people's streams and through the gaming community online. The video game industry no longer invests in adverts going to the magazines, because they want to hear from people who are actively involved, and that is the future of this industry. That is the future for video gaming and all the participants. So take a moment of your time, not just here on my channel, but also if you watch other games played by some other people, and then forward some brief feedback. A few sentences will do. You can tell people what you liked, or indeed what particularly appeared to be of concern. My brain is working today. I just, I'm getting my words wrong. You can write on the pros and cons, basically what you liked, what you disliked. Make it really short and crispy for everyone to digest, and lots of streamers will then forward this to the developers, and that will always be of of essence for anyone working on a game to know exactly what's been received well and also what needs to be improved, because don't forget, the games like this one can always have seasonal content thrown in, characters could be extracted or created, and you can have a completely new game arising before you in no time. So make sure you write those messages, provide some feedback, get engaged, get involved. One of the ways is, of course, through Xbox Game Community Club, and make sure that you pop in and have a look at what the game of the week is. We had our games of the week so far presented here. We had Sea of Thieves last year, and we've had Call of the Sea starting out in January of this year, and we'll carry on with Skyrim and Among Us. And so Skyrim and Among Us will be present here throughout this week, so watch your space for a lot more. And you are familiar with Skyrim, and we are getting our special edition, which is remastered with the entire Game of the Year content on Xbox Game Pass, and therefore it will be very, very enjoyable to revisit after about 10 years and present some of that content to our viewers. Equally, Among Us, the game I've not played, but it did win the Best Multiplayer award through Jeff Keighley's Video Gaming Academy Awards, really, and we are very curious to find out what this hustle and bustle was all about, as to why people liked it so much, and I'm particularly curious to see how they managed to raise the bar for the game, which has been around for a few years and only picked up during the last few months. So yeah, so all of that is to follow. So thank you for watching, and we'll carry on with our Warzone stream very, very shortly, and I wish you all a very, very good afternoon.